But Matt Cardle, remember him? 2010, he won the X Factor. The runners-up, this is how strong a year it was, the runners-up were Rebecca Ferguson and One Direction. Cheryl Cole was still on the panel. Oh, heady days back then. It was the year of Wagner as well, remember that? I caught up with Matt yesterday.
Hello.
Now, the last time I spoke to you, you were in gracious company of Dame Melanie of C.
Dame Melanie of C.
for the last single, which was amazing. Loving you.
Thank you very much.
And back with another one, but on your own this time. Have you ditched the? Was she hanging on?
No. She's busy girl. Can't keep her too long.
But you are going to be teaming up with her for the tour, aren't you? A couple of dates.
I certainly will be, yes. She'll be coming along some dates. She's keeping us all in the dark at the moment with regards to exactly which ones she's coming to.
And you might be lucky enough to see Dame Melanie.
And
you never know. So the second single is our record of the week this week on the show, Hit My Heart. Mm-hmm. When you're writing a new album and doing this, you're working with lots of different people. I've seen some of the people you're working with. Is that difficult to do, to suddenly team up with somebody you maybe never worked with before and suddenly find the inspiration?
It's interesting. I give you that much. I tell you what, I mean, I like to get out of my studio as much as possible because the familiarity kind of can dull creativity sometimes if you're staring at the same four walls. So it's nice to get out and about, and it's lovely to get with new people, just new ideas. I bring stuff to them, they bring stuff to me. It's great, and I like to just talk a lot about what we're doing, you know, before we start writing to, because otherwise you just get plonked in a room with someone and then you start talking about your innermost secrets and this and that and one and the other, and it can get very personal very quickly. Is it quite a strange thing to do with somebody, say, oh, we're going to write, because you're really creating something quite personal if it's somebody you don't know very well? Yeah, no, it's absolutely, you know, you're right. But a lot of songwriters wear their heart on their sleeve, so, you know, you're all in good company. Have you ever had a situation where you sat down with somebody and it just wasn't happening? Yeah. No, that's happened before. You're not going to name any names, though? No. I mean, that does happen from time to time. And then other times you'll sit down with someone and all of a sudden, you know, it's like somebody's opened the tap on creativity and there you go. Have you found that one person that you'd like to write with? I'm thinking like the Robbie Williams, Guy Chambers kind of thing, or Elton and Bernie. Have you found that one person where it really flows? Well, I've got some people that I write with that, you know, we come out with something every time. But it's always nice to get something fresh on the go as well. And what's the process like when you're working with somebody different? Again, if I look at the Elton and Bernie thing, he used to fax the lyrics, didn't he? And yeah, Elton would just knock out a song. How does it work with you? Well, it's just like, you know, it's like I said to someone a little while ago, you know, it's just like, say, if you had, you know, a little Lego castle that you'd just bought and you'd sit there, the two of you, and you sit there and you piece it together. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And on this particular song, the new single, Hit My Heart, it certainly did. Yes, it really, really worked. Me and Ben worked great together. We've got 3 tracks on the album, and I love working with Ash. Ash Howe's mixed and produced it. It's just brilliant. And what about the support behind you? Is there a lot of pressure to go in certain directions, or have you managed now over the years to get away from all that? No, I mean, ever since I moved from Psycho and Sony, I've been able to do exactly what I want to do, and it's just been working out for me, you know, strength to strength to strength. So I'm just so happy with where it's going, and my fans are always so behind me. I'm just over the moon, you know. And which is your favourite bit? Is it the writing? Is it when you actually get to record it, or when you get to play it live? I mean, I love it all, honestly, in equal measure. There's something so special about getting in the studio and coming out with something fresh and new that you've written, and then there's something so amazing about going out and seeing the faces and the people in the crowds and stuff, and it's great, you know. One of the things I picked up on this album was recorded in Los Angeles, New York and London. I can see that on the side of a Reliant Robin. LA, New York, London, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you mean. Do the songs turn out differently because of where you're recording? Would a song perhaps that you recorded in LA work differently than if you'd recorded it in London? Well, yeah, sometimes. I mean, you know, just being somewhere different, you know, and makes you feel different, and then for that reason you're going to write differently and all that kind of stuff, you know, especially when you're somewhere sunny and amazing like LA, then it's maybe a bit more positive sounding at times. But, you know, the first time I went to LA, I was absolutely heartbroken, so it was still all a bit kind of, that's for the second time. LA was spoilt by you, by the mood you were in? It was, to start with, yeah. What about songs that you hear from other people, you know, listening to inspiration on the radio? Is there a song you've heard recently you think, oh, I wish I'd written that? Yeah, I mean, I wish I'd written Speed of Sound by Coldplay. I just think it's amazing. Or Paradise, or Every Teardrop is a Waterfall, Black by Pearl Jam. You know, the list is endless.
And does that then inspire you to other things? You have to be careful of plagiarism, obviously, but once you get an idea from somebody else in your head, say, oh, well, I could go in this direction. Or
Well, I mean, they say talent creates, genius steals, but I don't quite agree with that. You know, inspiration is a funny thing. It can be from anything, you know, a song, something someone says, a way somebody looks, anything, you know.
I'll tell you what, should we pause for a moment and play the new single? So, seeing as it is the record of the week on the show this week, this is Matt Cardle, this is Hit My Heart. Matt Cardle, Hit My Heart, record of the week on this show this week, and the second single from the album Porcelain, which you really enjoyed globe-trotting around to make.
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, I'm very lucky that I get to travel with what I do as well. You know.
What about you? You've done the duet, you've done the Melanie C thing, and hopefully, depending on which gigs you go to, you might get a glimpse of her. Anybody else you'd like to duet with? I think I probably asked you this at the time you were with her, because she loves a good duet, doesn't she?
She does. You know, the thing with Mel just kind of happened, you know, we didn't really plan it too hard. So I'm going to keep that, you know, sort of frame of mind, and what happens, happens.
And your voices blended so brilliantly on Loving. I think we'll probably finish that. We'll play Loving You in a minute. But
okay, cool.
Your voices blended so brilliantly.
Thank you. It's something that you can't plan as well. I didn't know that they would work together so well. You know, we just sat in the studio when we were writing the song and started singing it. We're like, whoa, that actually sounds really good. That works. I thank God for that.
Thinking of some of the different directions she's taken her career, and would you be interested in doing something like that as well? She's branched out now, obviously musical theatre, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see what the future holds. Like I say, I'll keep an open mind with regards to that thing. No solid plans to move down that route yet, but maybe a little way off in the future.
And we've got the tour coming up. We mentioned you're on tour throughout April. Let's just mention again, coming closer to us, Telford at the end of April. We've got Birmingham and, as you said, Warwick as well. So pretty much all over.
Absolutely, and all the details and the tickets from my website, mattcardlemusic.com.
Now, before I let you go, I wasn't actually going to mention X Factor at all until, obviously, the papers today full of a bit of an announcement. I realised the last time Cheryl Cole was on X Factor was because your year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
2010.
And she's coming back now.
And she's coming back, $1.5 million.
Wowza, I did not know that. That's well, that's good for her, isn't it?
Well, you do it for that. Well, you do it for that. How much would it take to tempt you to sit on the panel with them?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they'd ever ask me, but if they did, I don't know, $1.5 million?
Of course they'd ask you. Yeah, you would, Cal. You're like that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see you as replacing Louis. But you have fond memories of doing that particular thing? Did you make good friends? Because yours was quite a vintage year in terms of success. Rebecca Ferguson getting great success and the One Direction boys. So it wasn't a bad year, really.
No, it was a great year. It was a fine year. But no, I've only got great memories, and I've made great friends in the boys and Aidan, and you know, Rebecca's lovely, and you know, a lot of the researchers and Danny and everything. It's just great. It was a great time.
A great time, and of course Harry Styles taught a nation to lip read as well, didn't he?
He did. Bless his heart.
Matt, thank you for coming on. Great to talk to you as always.
Pleasure.
Best of luck with the single. As I say, it's our record of the week and the tour, and we'll finish with Loving You because it's such a good song.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Leave your door open. I wanna come over. The night is only young. I wanna get loving you. Baby, I'm loving you.
Matt Cardle, Melanie C, Loving You. I remember chatting to them both when that song came out. I thought it was great. Their voices just blend so nicely together. And good to chat to Matt. Nice and that. Another play of his song as our single of the week on the programme tomorrow night.